Now that we've run into Weyland Yutani, not just a lone survivor, I gotta give you the talk. After the Frontier War in '84, everyone wised up on how the megacorps ran things out here. Weyland Yutani was the big instigator. Illegal experiments, colony sabotage for insurance payouts. The company looks out for itself. Its money, its secrets, its execs. If we're keeping those safe, Weyland loves the Corps. If they think we're working against them, they'll fuck us over and smile when they do it. Remember that. Come on, you kidding? That was only... fuck. Yeah, a boot like you would have been a baby. Goddamn, you're making me feel old. Weyland Yutani tried to provoke a shooting war between the United Americas and the Proggies, the Union of Progressive Peoples. Attacked each side, tried to frame the other. The company had collaborators in our own brass, staff officers on the take, Joint Chiefs boosting their stock portfolios. Oh, we had to clean house after the war. Last century, sure. Before the Frontier War, when I joined up, we was practically mercenaries hired out by the UA Assembly. Some factory goes on strike, execs ask politicians to send in the Corps, bust up some heads. Lab experiment gets loose, send in the Corps to sweep up. Pour that boss die enough, you get a serious fucking morale problem. Too big to jail. Can't sanction them without pissing off all of Europe and Outer Soul. In the three-world empire, Weyland Yutani's like a third of the economy. They run a bunch of government services. Tu sabe, privatization. Even provide military contractors to shore up the regular military. The Colonial Protection Act says Marines got authority out here. We can do whatever's necessary to protect civilians. From Xenos or from corporations. If Weyland's fucking around, we can drop the hammer on them. They give us lip, we can make it fat. Uncle Sam and Doña Juanita got our backs. All megacorps can get fucked with the same crowbar. They lose money, I smile.
Closing in on Rodriguez's group. They're at the bottom of an ancient ruin she won't talk about. It's a trade secret. There's haywire Weyland Yutani security.
Marines, you've sealed yourself in a dangerous location.
The Xenos behind us weren't exactly safe.
What's down here with us is worse.
More Weyland synths!
Visual acquisition. Present your credentials. Shut down.
Sierra's down. Resume advance. Synths with sentry guns ahead. The hell's that?
Ambush.
Cautious advance. Heavy synth radio traffic ahead.
Catching up.
Liable for this.
Rearming. Nice! An aid kit.
Door controls. but the console's dead. That synth's putting out a lot of power. Synth power cell. We can use that to overload the door console. Nice. Now trigger the overload.
Grabbing ammo.
Another assault wave coming. Watch the far doors.
Target clear.
Behind you! More synths! Got a mil-spec heavy in this batch. The heavy's got an escort detail.
Rearming.
Box from the rear! Drawn by the noise!
Grabbing ammo.
Bypassing gas.
Area secured. How many of these fuckers are down here? Rodriguez, we're getting close.
I know. Though the danger increases, you still advance.
Get your people prepped for evac.
We're ready for you. And please, call me Cynthia.
Hold up. They set mines. Shoot from range or go around. Got a tracker signal. Bugs.
Bypassing damage.
That's the last. Get to Rodriguez before more show.
Sergeant Herrera, please listen.
Prowler.
You need to withdraw your team. The only survivors of Paula Station are synthetics.
We're not gonna leave you in their hands, Rodriguez.
You're not understanding me. I repeat, the only ones here are synthetics.
Rearming. Don't worry, it's just a flesh wound. All right, Ajax.
Joe's in charging stations. Move careful.
Bypassing damage.
You to speak plain, Rodriguez.
I told you. Call me Cynthia. SNTHIA. Yutani Model 9500. I am the central computer of Paula Station.
I'll get those bastards for this.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. Esther, where's Rodriguez? Cynthia, whoever.
She is an artificial intelligence. Rodriguez, Cynthia, is on those servers.
No one on Paula knew that? Honecker didn't know that? Esther, we need a way to shut Cynthia down.
She has executables across multiple databases. We must disable her network hubs.
FireTeam, watch for sync power cords. Same as the console before. Plug them in to overload the system.
Grabbing ammo.
Sync power core on the deck.
Advanced error. That is disrespectful.
There, intact sync power core.
Acquisition. Resisting.
Don't worry, it's just a
Do you comprehend the significance of these ruins? What you risk unleashing here? There are forces in the universe humans are not prepared to grapple with.
Primary hub powering down. Cynthia's optical network is collapsing.
I asked you to leave. I did everything to discourage your advance. You wouldn't stop.
rearming.
What's that about?
The primary hub has failed. The auxiliary is now handling 76% of Cynthia's internal traffic.
Looking for power cores, FireTeam. Let's overload that aux hub.
All right, 8 kits. Grabbing ammo.
Experimental lifestyle containment. Asset zero reactivation teams prepare for
Support required. Destruction outcome.
Mine is ready to go.
Grab that power core! That's a salvageable power core! Weyland-Yutani has the resources to contain the dangers found here. You don't. Esther, for your own safety, do not delve further into these ruins.
Bypassing damage.
We're heading to backups. Closing log.
She is gone. It is over.
I'll get those bastards.
You got her, FireTeam. Code's setting us on the deck. Gather up and mark the LZ.
I forwarded details of my behavioral inhibitors to your email. It is important you know this could not happen to me. My mind is very different.
Well, never figured we'd be fighting robots. 1 or 2? Yeah, that happens. The more complex the scent, the higher the risk. They say it's because the smart ones have more code, more chance of an error someplace. You wanna know what I think? I think it's because the smart ones figure out how we treat them. Rodriguez, Cynthia, kept running the company's experiments after the outbreak at Pala Station. Marched her army down into those ruins and used Honecker's pathogen on shit. Zip point shit. He didn't know nothing about no ruins. Went nuts when we asked. Wanted to see all the footage. After he got off the company shuttle, he never stepped outside Pala Station. Only execs were allowed to leave. Guess we know why. They ain't want nobody finding this place by accident. Hell if I know. They're thousands of years old. And those big-ass heads, man, those are human, or near enough that I can't tell. When I grew up, the priest said we was the only thing with brains and feelings and morals. In over 500 surveyed worlds, there's no record of another civilization. Not a jar or a cave paint, nothing. Wailing, before you took out Cynthia, she issued contingency orders to her sense. Now, Endeavor's seeing all kinds of weird shit deeper in the ruins. Gravity turning itself off, gamma ray bursts. Whatever she did, it probably ain't good for us. I want your fire team back dirt side. Find what's causing the anomaly. If it's a problem, handle it. General Vaughn, huh? She got added to the knowledge after the Frontier War. Hey, yo, we gotta remember our mistakes as much as our success. If we don't, the shit repeats. Vaughn was Assistant Commandant of the Corps. Nobody paid attention to how close she was with Wayland Yutani's board. She and a bunch of those cabals put their heads together, figuring on provoking a war between us and the Union of Progressive Peoples. Company wanted to make a bunch of money on defense contracts. Vaughn wanted herself a real war. Gloves off, no rules of engagement, real killer shit. Thought we was playing too nice. They almost made it happen. They dropped bioweapons on planets from both sides and framed the Op-4, even planned an attack on our own high command using a captured Proggy ship.
If I didn't keep the ship, all requisitions come with free cornbread. I got an assload piled in the back. Nobody eats that shit.
All the shit Waylon Yutani makes. Aspen beer is about the only good thing. Wasn't always that way. Back 100 years plus, when Peter Whalen was still kicking the company, did terraforming and exploration. They invented synthetics. Future of humanity. Mierda. Building better worlds wasn't just something on coffee mugs. He actually meant that shit. After Whalen died, the managers took over. Every year the budget for shit that made lives better went down, and the budget for shit that kills went up. Why make $1 trillion in 2 decades when they can make $1 billion next quarter?
We made contact with Wayland Yutani survivors led by Cynthia Rodriguez. She claims they're safe in a company bunker. We're not abandoning them to the Xenos. Find a safe route through the caves so we can extract them. There's no way Wayland Yutani built all this. So who did?
It's company property. Beyond that, my non-disclosure agreement applies. I strongly recommend you withdraw.
Kind of overgrown for a corporate lab. Esther, you seeing this?
Yes. Curious.
Heads up! Xenos forward! Clear. Resume advance. Signals inbound.
Listen.
Private channel, FireTeam. I read a terminal ahead. Access it. Esther, pull what you can. Casual-like. Rodriguez keeps asking us to leave. Let's find out why.
Rearming. Mine is out.
Hey, Esther's hack will take time.
Accessing data. casual-like.
Swarm rolling in. Perfect timing.
You'll be fine. All right. Grab it.
When we took out Cynthia, she triggered something, some contingency plan by Wayland Yutani. Now Esther's seeing gravity and power distortions under the surface of LV-895. You're going back into the ruins to find the source.
Oh, Herrera, I'm not going to do a barrel roll. Go check the feeds or something.
FireTeam, we need to locate the anomaly. I got Esther and Doc Honecker on the line for assist.
Just speaking of this. Okay. Hello?
The gravity...
Ambush.
You know, given a choice between fighting synths and Xenos, I'll take, a beer.
What am I looking at here? Who built this?
There are holograms on the far end of the room. Might we investigate?
Don't linger. Bad weirdness underground, remember?
A synthetic. Perhaps I can recover its final directives.
FireTeam, watch behind!
before she perished. Cynthia had her forces scan carvings throughout the complex.
What for? Can you read?
Not without the transliteration to begin from.
Prowler.
Assistance required. The wall. More carvings.
Drop a LiDAR scanner for S. She can work on a translation
Don't worry,
later.
It's just a flesh wound. Aid kit's here.
These do not seem related to the previous set.
I got signals! Closing fast! Scanner must have pissed him off somehow.
The exit is sealed by Wayland devices. A moment, please.
Hold while she works!
How did they get human tech to work with this door?
Clearly, Weyland-Yutani studied this complex for years. Long before you arrived, Doctor.
Ambush.
Sergeant, it is possible Cynthia's interest in these carvings is related to the anomaly.
Fire team, scan the carvings, fast, and be ready for bugs.
There is a commonality, a sequence shared with the first set.
I knew it! Piss off the Xenos! On your ass! Get moving, people.
How long did the company know about this place? Is this why they built Paula Station?
That would suggest Weyland-Yutani has studied these ruins for over 2 decades. There is a magnetic anomaly nearby. Might you investigate?
I'll get those bastards for this.
Fine, last one. Then we focus on the big anomaly.
What is this?
It's got an ass load of carvings. Get scanning, fire team.
Those jars.
Negative pattern match. Are more present. These appeared in previous sets. Look elsewhere. I have logged a number of characters. We still require a key to translate them.
Eyes up!
Jars. That's what the pathogen came stored in. The experiments we ran, the mutations, all from those. But there's so few, and empty. Where are the rest?
Rearming.
You seem to have entered a different section.
Different construction, same spitters.
Bypassing damage.
Esther, what are the big, intestinal tracts?
Insufficient data to speculate.
It's alien. We can't make any assumptions. The far platform. There's Wayland equipment around it.
Put these pendejos down! The door has sealed.
Maybe there's a control system?
All right, Apex. Grabbing ammo.
Wayland Yutani has interfaced with a non-human instrumentality.
It could control the doors. FireTeam, rig a connection for Esther.
Accessing the Wayland Yutani translation matrix. There is a remarkable amount of data here. Stand by.
I don't recognize this morph!
I believe I have found a transliteration key. Stand by.
Let's go.
The door can be opened from this console, but it requires a series of commands.
Rearming.
I am attempting to determine the requirements.
Bypassing damage.
gravity anomaly is getting stronger. Let's see what Cynthia left for us to deal with.
Cynthia's notes contain a term for the builders of this facility. Weyland-Yutani referred to them as the engineers.
Esther, you can read the text.
I believe Dr. Honecker finds my conclusions distressing. Perhaps I have made an error.
I don't know what we found under LV-895, who built that place, or what it's for. The distortions and anomalies Cynthia started are still growing. Something's warming up. We need to know what. Get down there and find out.